Deal TV, learn and earn.
To some, music is leisure, to others, music is business. But I tell you, for me, music is a big business. So we have to save the music. We have to make sure that we earn from the music and then the entertainment as a whole. Don't be misled that music is just for passion. I've seen many politicians who think that musicians are just there to bring them crowds, but then musician can't lead. But we've seen that musicians all the world over have been instrumental in establishment of different perspectives in different governments, in different, but this has been attributed to music. If you look at even the faith we've had here today, if you look at the Catholic faith, if you go to the church is influenced mostly by music. If there is no music in the church, then the prayer or the mass is boring. It's not there. If you go to the Pentecostal church, it's all about music. Then if you go to the masjid, to the Muslim community, there is no music in the masjid. But then if you listen to the Quran, if you listen to the Adhan, it's all mellow. This is all music. It depends on how you look at it. So today I come with we got to discuss about the role of music in politics. The role of music in politics. You could be having a different view from mine. This is my view. You could be having your view. So if you have a view, consider commenting. Let's share the insights. Let's share this information and see what we can come up with. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. My name is Mayas Mayanjes, aka Mayas75, on the Deal with Mayas75 here on Deal TV Africa, Deal TV Learn and Earn. So I'm going to read to you a certain quote here. If there is any hope for America, it lies in a revolution. And if there is any hope for a revolution, it lies in Elvis Presley to become Che Guevara. These were words by Philip Oscar, an American protest singer. This reflects the power of politics, of music in politics. Because for those of you who know, Elvis Presley is one of the biggest artists. But here, he was being called upon to cause a revolution. So if you've seen, you go read and see, listen to the documentaries and see those videos of the likes of Bob Marley. Bob Marley was one of the greatest people who influenced the politics in Jamaica. As the young guys, they could go to the streets and say, let's have this, and bargain for the people of Jamaica through music. If you go to Nigeria, the Nigerian politics has been greatly influenced by the artists who were coming from South Africa to the establishment of the new industry of Nigeria you've seen today. You've seen the likes of today, Two-Face. They've been going to stand. If you see D'banj and then this guy of Marvin Records, these guys have been there standing for the people in the stop police brutality in Nigeria. If you go to TZ, you see that Diamond had lots of crowds as he was endorsing the current Tanzanian president Pombe Magufuli. If you could go to those political rallies, these guys were there. But what do they come with? Because if you go back to Uganda, there's guys of likes of Chameleon, Baby Cool. Go back to the Segamwenges, you go to the independence. Even which country doesn't have a national anthem? All these countries have national anthems. This is all music. It's not medicine. It's not technology. These are the symbol. If you go, if there is anywhere that a country is represented in the conferences, in the Olympics, name it, World Cup, is the national anthem that is being sung, which means music and politics go hand in hand. It's only that the politicians think that they are going to use musicians for just their endorsements, so that the musicians will bring the crowds, and then the politician will tell them what they want. But remember, there is the difference between politics and leadership. Then it goes, the question is, whom do we like? Do we need leaders or do we need politicians? So anyone can be a politician. Yes, a politician can be a politician, because you read political science, you practice politics to become a politician. But leadership is an element that is inherent, that is taught in all the different aspects. A doctor can be a leader because as a doctor has junior doctors that he is leading in the hospital. It means he has leadership skills. The musicians have bands that they lead. They are record labels that they lead. So they have leadership skills, which means they can ascend to the big offices of the president of the parliament as leaders, not as politicians. There's no way they say that politics, there is a saying that they say politics is a data game, but not leadership as a data game. So I think we should endorse leaders. So as we look at the importance of music, or the role of music in politics, music has the power to get the massive crowds pumped up, which is why it's used to bring support to various causes. As we've seen, if there is a cause, to drum up the support, to make the noise, the music will do it easier. So if you're having a political rally, if you have a song, then the music will do the talking, and then will do the moving. Then let's look at war times. In war times, music is used as a propaganda to boost nationalism and promote fighting. If you go, most of the songs that were sung in Swahili, those, even the different armies have different songs, different bands, because as they are fighting, they use music to motivate these guys, to give them the message, to spread the vision to these guys. It's all through music. Then music is used in numerous elections. You can look at the law of lock and roll that was used in the anti-wars protest in the 60s in America. This was all music. If you look at folk music, that stood for the civil rights during the time. Then if you look at soul music, that was focused on the lives of Africans in the 30s, this is all music. All this shows that music and politics are inseparable. They go hand in hand. You get it? So don't despise these musicians. I see, for like in Uganda now today, the current big political contender to the 35-year rule of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is Bobi Wine, or Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu as he's popularly known. But this is a musician who has been at the helm of the music industry in Uganda for the last 20 years. So there is no way you are going to separate music from politics. Then music is not about only entertainment. However much, it depends on the situation, because there are times when the situation is calm, where you need music to entertain you. But it's not about entertainment. It's about expression. It's about reflection. When someone sings a song, it reflects what the greater masses are thinking, what they feel. We've seen cases where, for example, if you go down in South Africa, the likes of Chico Chimola, the likes of uh, uh, Lucky Dube, most of these guys were imprisoned just because they were saying, they were the voice of the voiceless, the voice of the marginalized society of South Africa then, with the racial segregation, to fight for apartheid. So when a musician sings about the poverty in the country, it's not that the musician himself is poor because he could be earning something, but it's a reflection of what the society is going through. You will see different songs that address different social and political issues. It's all about music. That's why most of these guys tend to be eliminated, imprisoned, and killed just because they address the issues of the society. And it's not only in that it's not only that music is for anti-government or for young generation, because 75% of the population in Uganda is below 30 years, but the ruling president is above 70 or 80. So he wanted to bridge the gap so that he could get nearer to these guys. So he, being that rap music or hip hop music is one of the trending music in Uganda right now, he was able to do rap music, and then he went ahead to produce a rap album, portraying himself as a cool young man who could associate with the music, with the youth of the country. And most, you could find that some of the youth then were able to give him votes. Then he went ahead to employ other artists to, in 2016, to sing for him songs. If you had songs like Tubonga Nawe, this was the song that was composed of the cream de la cream of the music industry in Uganda, supporting the president. This was all music. You don't think that the suffocation or the neglect of the music industry not to grow by some presidents is not intentional. They know the power of music and what music can do to their political rule. So they say if these guys get to the level they need to be, they become the openness. And this is true because if you've seen the likes of Chameleon now is heading for mayor election. He's aspiring to be the Lord Mayor of Kampala City. This is because after amassing a sum wealth from the music industry, they look for the great heights, which is the big offices. Not forgetting about Bobi Wine, as we've said before. After getting some good wealth, he amassed a good amount of money. He established the beaches. He became popular. Then, what next? He became the MP. And now he's vying for the big house, which is State House. So if someone keeps this musician poor, it means it's intended to so that he can safeguard his office. Today, as we talk, the MTV Mama Awards, African Music Awards, are said to be taking place in February in Uganda. But don't think this is just a simple gesture. This is a calculated move to make these youth appeased by the government. You will find that the government might have paid a lot of money through the tourism ministry headed by Mr. Chwanda Sobi, so that they could bring MTV Awards in Uganda, so that they can sustain this rule. Remember, this is even the independent monument that was used to launch the MTV Mama Awards. So the independent monument, this is the monument that was established to remember the independence of Uganda in 1962 from the colonial rule, which was the British rule. So if music had to be used, because the MTV Mama Awards are music awards, so if being launched by the use of the putting a name on the Independence Monument, and it was done intentionally on December 19th, the 9th October 2020. So launching the 2021 Mama Awards on the Independence Monument. What does it mean? There is a lot of commonality between music and politics. So these guys who are the ruling guys now are using music to drive support. If there is someone who is in the music industry who hasn't been supporting the ruling party, which is National Resistance Movement led by the Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, if this youth can see that the music awards are coming to Uganda, it's like a promise to them, because in January 2021 they are having the elections. So it's like a promise that we are doing more for the music industry. You guys give us our votes. It's a strategic move. Then, due to music irresistibility and ability to change people's ideas, it has an integral part in the public. Therefore, music is used by various political sides to promote their beliefs. This is what we've been talking about. If you are a politician, if you go to South Africa, the artists you've seen, all those artists were used by the then ANC, the African National Congress, led by Nelson Mandela, to promote his views, to promote the political views of ANC indirectly and directly. So you may find that some people will be dancing to the music, but before they know this song was political, it has already stuck into their minds. If you remember this song, like "We Miss Mandela, Where You," the song was not about Mandela directly, because she was singing Mandela, but then it was about Mandela's imprisonment. And these people were banging, were dancing, but the music was passing on, and it was making people to feel that they need to be emancipated, they need to be empowered. This is the power of music. As we've said, government and labels alike use music. If you remember in the fight, the NRM fighting, there was a song called Kibonge Chamini Abana Bamustui Tuli Boji. What? All these guys were making political songs so that they can have power, they can be energized. If you remember, during the World War II, the Soviet government funded bands and other forms of entertainment to maintain military morale. And if you remember, if you had to interact with those guys who fought in World War II, when they came back, they had songs that they could sing. And when having been with these Europeans, the whites and the Westerners, they had the guitars. So when they came back, they could go to those drinking bars, drinking places, and they could play those songs on their guitars. And everyone could move around them. This was a kind of lifestyle that was exotic. Some of them came back with disc players with these LPs that they could play, and then people could drink. But all these songs were political songs that they were using during World War II. Then music is a great bond that can keep the masses, the people, and their leaders together. There is no political political party that doesn't have songs that they sing to. The hip hip hule, there is oye, ole, ole, all these songs are political. So what am I saying? Don't underestimate the power of music. Don't underestimate the power of musicians. You find that most of the incumbents don't use an advantage of being an incumbent to rule or win elections or to be re-elected, just because the incumbent is this person who is being seen on TV every day, who is seen on the news every day. But when a musician comes up, it gives him an edge over other political contenders. This is because a musician is already known. His music, his videos are being playing on the radios, on the TVs. So when he has been on the posters that announce his concerts, so his face is already known world over. Is known all over the nation. So when he comes up for any political office, he is already known, which gives him an edge over other people. So music is a very influential element in politics. As we've seen, there is no country that doesn't have a national anthem, and this national anthem is all about music. If you've been able to be with us at this moment, it means you are enjoying what we're doing. We're giving you the best. Remember, Deal TV is on Deal TV Africa on YouTube, Deal TV Africa on all social media platforms. My palm to the head, I say, I salute you. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. I'm Mass 75 on Deal with Mass 75.
Deal TV, learn and earn.